Hi guys, so here is another spell tip that I was going to share with you tonight. It's called Death by Dehydration. You take a large, fresh, and healthy leaf from any plant or tree. In this case, this is just an example. You should be using something like, you can use a dead bird or a dead fish or pretty much anything you find in an Asian grocery store, which are like whole animals, and then you bless and baptize that dead animal as the person that you're trying to curse. Okay, so then you will with a fine point marker, preferably black in color, you'll write the person's name and date of birth on the leaf. Well, you can do this with a brown piece of paper and shove it in the fish's mouth or the bird's mouth or whatever. So in this case, I'm going to change the word leaf to fish. It says secure the fish somewhere outside where it will be continuously exposed to the rays of the sun. As the leaf dehydrates and withers away, so will that person. The remains will resemble ashes. In this case they won't, it'll be like a piece of beef jerky. And then you can crumble it and throw it into a sewer at a crossroads or scatter them in a pathway at the person's place of residence. For that, all you have to do is just bury the fish in a cemetery or at a crossroads. That's all you do. So let's discuss. So the moral of the story is you are blessing and baptizing whatever it is you decide to use as the person you are cursing. You're going to bless and baptize whatever it is, so say a fish, as that person with holy water. You can carve their name into whatever you're using, even if it's a waxen image, or you can use a brown piece of paper and put that into the animal as I stated. And you can incorporate these things in with the other tips that I've given you, like the other one about nailing the fabric to the tree. You could do the same thing with the fish, obviously facing the sunlight so that it dries out and becomes decrepit and like jerky. Now the significance, I don't know if you guys know the significance of a crossroads, and that's something we'll cover in the future. But you can take your spells down to the crossroads because they're very powerful. That's where people in Hoodoo are said to go and have met with the devil himself. And you can also use a cemetery. You can, like they said, bury it in the person's pathway or by their home. Sometimes, the majority of the time, that's not really logical. So dispose of it that way. If you have no option of, a crossroads or a cemetery or burying it at the person's house, then just bury it upside down near a stream somewhere, not by your house, because the stream will keep the spell work going. Some tips on how to come about getting certain animal parts or animals, and like I said, Asian markets are great. Make friends with a taxidermist or farmers. Sometimes they have animals that die and they just dispose of them. Obviously don't sound creepy or weird. Just say that it is for your child's science project for dissection. Or ask me, because I'm a taxidermist myself and I do have access to a lot of things like that. And I do shipping upon request. I used to have a shop where I sent stuff to customers, but I no longer do that. So if you guys need anything, I'm willing to ship if you pay for the shipping, and I can preserve those for you and send them off to you.